Good afternoon. This is Marlo the cat. So she's not overly happy being here right now. She would like to have her freedom. So she's probably not going to stay very long. Actually, it looks like she's suddenly on my lap, which is really unusual because usually she wants to be beside me, not on my lap. So but if I let her go, she'll take off. I can tell you that right now. I can feel the pull against my hand. She, again, is not one that likes to be held. They're each different. They're each unique, like we are. The topic of today's video is pay attention when you get notification from your insurance company. I referred in the video that I posted on Sunday about getting a letter that I was going to have to deal with on Monday. So that came on Friday, and it was too late to deal with it that day, or I thought it was. And basically, it was from my Medicare Part D company. I'm going to call them company number one. And they were saying that Centers of Medicare Services had told them that I had another Medicare prescription plan. So, and they named the company, and I'm going to refer to that company as Company B because company number two. So, because I just don't want to name the companies. So after I thought about it for a while, I thought my best bet was, based on what was said in the letter, I thought my best bet was to start with calling company number two. I found their telephone number on Google. So I called them this morning, and I was on the phone with them for probably about 30 minutes. And very nice representative. She definitely wanted to help me resolve the situation. It turns out that the situation was that this company at one point in time provided Medicare services, but they had discontinued providing Medicare services several years ago. At one point in time, I did have them for my drug plan. I don't think I had them for very long. I know they've been acquired at least twice, so that company name is no longer out there. So I'm thinking that I had them, and then they, for whatever reason, closed down their Medicare plan, and I ended up with another company before we went into the new year. That's what I'm thinking, but I'm not sure. Again, it's been several years ago. So after I got off the phone with them, and she told me a couple of possible ways to resolve it, after I got off the phone with them, I called company number one, which is the company that I got the letter from, which is also the company that I'm supposed to have my Medicare drug plan with this year that I signed up for back in that open window from October 15th or 16th through December 7th. So at any rate, I called them. I got a representative who was very professional, and she listened, and she started doing the research. And I told her that the first representative with the other company had told me that I was the 17th person that she had talked to since January 1 who'd had this problem. They'd all been clients of company number one. So there apparently is a glitch in company number one's software someplace for certain people, and I happened to fall in that slot where I was one of those people. Now, she said she put me on hold several times. She was looking things up from what she said, and she eventually came back and said that they would have it resolved within 30 days, that I did not have to worry about it, that it would be taken care of. Now, from my perspective, I hope that's true. Fortunately, I'm not a person who takes a lot of medications. I don't take something unless I absolutely have to. It's not my favorite thing to do. But I just wanted to let everybody know, and I know that my channel will probably end up, my demographics will probably be people from 60 to about 80, 85 maybe. I just wanted to let you know that if you get a letter from any of your insurance companies, you need to act. You need to look at it, read it carefully, and act on it within a reasonable amount of time. Now, be careful about the phone calls because there are so many scams out there. You don't want to give information over the phone unless you have initiated that phone call from a number that you know is true. Don't give information. If somebody calls you and is asking you for information, don't take their telephone number and then call that number back. Don't call the number that they give you. You want to find the number independently. Find it in your paperwork if you can. Find it on the back of a card, an insurance card that you have. That's the number that you want to call. You don't want to engage with anybody who's calling you because there's too many scams out there based on that. But if you do get a letter from your insurance company, open it promptly, which is what I did. Think about it for a while before you do anything. And I'm glad I did that because my first thought was not to act at all. But think about it before you do anything, and then take the appropriate actions. I took notes on this. I stapled the notes to the letter. I am going to go back to those notes. I am going to write down today's date. I'm going to write the start time of the call. I'm going to write the ending time of the call. Each of these calls lasted about 30 minutes. Now, the second person, the person with the drug company that I currently have, also wanted to put me on hold to talk to one of the pharmaceutical representatives about what my drug plan covered. And she came back on 3 or 4 times. I'm sorry. We have an unusual call volume today. It's taking longer than I thought. Well, I held on for about 10 minutes, and finally I just said, I'm not hanging on anymore. I have other things to take care of. So she did call me back, and she did leave a voicemail with the telephone number to find out more about my plan. So I will probably call Amanda Hugh directly to find out more about my plan, because again, don't call a number that you're given, call a number that you initiate. So I hope everybody's having a wonderful day. Talk to you later. Bye.